All of a sudden, he snatched her purse, run to the car that dropped him off, and I guess he told them to haul ass because they skirt down the street. I'm like, girl, he just snatched your purse. Welcome back to Storytime Friday. Before we get into this video, I just want to let y'all know that I'm doing promo for Black owned businesses for Black History Month. This is kind of like the last week that y'all can comment. I know I started promoting it late. That's my bad, y'all. I just thought of it, okay? I was like, I gotta do something for my people. Comment down below your Black owned business or your family, your friend, your sister, brother, cousin, whatever. Comment down their Black business so I can support it, okay? I just want to let y'all know because some of y'all don't catch it. I mentioned it after the promo last week. I know some of y'all didn't see it. So please do that for me. Y'all already know the vibes. Go ahead and sit back, relax, grab your snacks, and tune in for this tea.
Hey, I don't give a by none of that shit. By none of that shit. I don't give a by none of that shit.
All right, so the first promo business shout out goes to the Gift Guru, and she sent in a handwritten. She said, hey T and Nye, first off, I want to say that I love your channel. T, you are so funny and down to earth. Nyla is so cute and she looks just like you. I hope you are well and that you enjoy these gifts. I specialize in personalized gifts, home decor, and office supplies, business merch, and more. This is something from me to the both of you. The book is a guide gift that I published on Amazon that teaches people how to buy the perfect gift for anybody and for any occasion. Plus there are bonuses in the back. Happy holidays to both of you and stay blessed. Sincerely, Gift Guru. Okay, so this actually arrived to my P.O. box December 13th. And it's just been sitting there since December 13th. And I went to go get it and I asked for it by the tracking number. And the lady was basically like, they was just waiting for you to ask for it. Like it would have just kept sitting there. And I'm like, y'all could have told me that. Because I come up to this little window all the time to get packages. But anyway, this is the book, How to Buy the Perfect Gift. This is basically a step-by-step breakdown of how to get someone the perfect gift. This is just a little bit of what's inside. Let's see, there's actually steps, step 1, step 2, step 3. Like she actually breaks it down into different categories in the book as well. She gives you like a sample page of how to fill stuff out. This is very, very helpful. If you suck at buying gifts like me, then you might want to cop this book because honestly, I think this will help. I'm definitely going to use this. Definitely, especially for around the holidays, and that way you can keep up with what you got everybody, the tracking number, when it was delivered, whether or not they got it, everything. Because like I said, like I like getting people gifts, but you might think you know somebody and get them something and they don't like it. I know y'all remember like when that glitter lipstick look was going around, this girl was telling me like, oh, I love that, that's so cute, da da da. So what I do, I buy it for her and I tell her I bought it for her because like it hadn't arrived yet, but it was on the way. So she was like, no, you didn't. And I was like, yeah, I did. I got it for you. And I'm thinking she gonna be all excited. She was like, girl, I like it, but I wouldn't wear that. I don't want that. Now I'm stuck with some glitter lipstick. I actually might wear it. I might wear it. Try to switch it up or something. But yeah, so get this book if you're not sure how to really, you know, shop for people. I don't know. Amazon. Everything will be linked in the description. The next thing is this Christmas ornament, y'all. Look at this ornament. I'm so sorry, my ring light is ring lighting. I don't know. So anyway, what this is a screenshot, because this is a video from the membership. So she took a screenshot of Nye giving me a kiss and put it on an ornament. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. When I saw this, I teared up because I love this. Absolutely love this. This is so perfect to me. I wish that I knew her package was there because this definitely would have been on my tree. And this little ornament is for my daughter. This is so cute. I love this and I really appreciate this. And her little name is engraved. I really appreciate this package. I really wish I would have got it sooner because I love it. Thank you. So the next promo shout out goes to KayluxeKosmetix. Y'all know I love me some KayluxeKosmetix, okay? This is part of the Black History Month promo and I got 3. I wanted 4, but I don't think I ordered it right. So, but I got 3 and that's fine because I'm gonna order again because I love her lashes. Should I take it? Yeah, I'm gonna take out the wrapper, my bad. They are cute, but they don't fit my eyes. Like usually lashes these long, they don't fit my eyes. I feel like these big lashes, they look real cute on girls with big eyes. And oh my God, I love it. But me, my little eye, I'm gonna look like this. I'm gonna look high. So this is the first pair. Y'all know I love that wispy look, just like this. And I don't know what kind this is. I don't know which one this is, but I think I love these. And then this is the second pair. These are really cute. And it's always the packaging for me with her. Like, I love this packaging. This is literally a lash case. Like, you can store your lashes in here. Thank you again so much to both companies. Like I said, if you guys want promo or you know somebody with a small company, leave it in the comments below. But yeah, like I said, shout out to both companies. Everything you need to know about both of them will be in the description box, okay? Oh, all right. Let's get right up on into the story because this one is going to be a long one. This is definitely going to be a long one. Y'all, I don't even know where to start. Okay. Ooh. Here we go. As y'all can see from the title below, this is not clickbait or nothing, all right? As y'all can see from the title below, this is when my homegirl begged for the D until 4 a.m. Not me sitting all proper. I wish y'all could see how I'm sitting. First of all, I got my hands crossed like this, like when I'm having a serious conversation, and my legs crossed like I'm in a business meeting. This is dead serious, okay? I want y'all to go ahead and pause the video just real quick. Comment down below what homegirl you think this is. Just let me know. Because I really want to see y'all answers. I'm trying to see if we here. All right, y'all done? Surprise, surprise, this story time is about none other than Dum Dum. The infamous Dum Dum. She infamous at this point. Okay, so let me just provide a little context and a slight backstory. And of course, I'm going to break everybody down because in one of my last story times, it was about Dum Dum brother, his baby mama trying to blackmail me. I could have sworn. My throat is jumping. I could have sworn that I broke down everybody in the beginning of that video. Somehow people were still confused in the comments. I was like, what? One person thought I was texting Devontae and flirting with Devontae when it was really Dum Dum brother. Are my story times really that confusing? Like, let me know in the comments if I need to like maybe slow down and just like, I don't know. The people that will be mentioned in this story, and this is for the new people, I'm pretty sure I don't gotta break it down for the OGs and the members and everything like that, but the people that will be mentioned in this story is Dre. Dre is my ex. Dre has a brother. His brother is Devontae. Devontae has a baby mama, and she is Dum Dum. Okay? Y'all got it? Okay, so Dum Dum, me and Dum Dum ended up being cool, so now she's basically the ex-friend, my ex-friend. There's also another person, but when I bring him up and give him a name, that's gonna be his introduction, okay? Ooh, I hope that was not confusing. Okay, so these events take place around the time me and her had gotten cool. I think we have been cool for around maybe like 6 months or so at this point that this is about to take place. So if y'all seen previous story times about Dum Dum, everything y'all know about her, go on and erase it out your mind, okay? Because we gonna have to erase it to like really put yourself in this story. Not put yourself in the story, but like really understand this story. Because I didn't know none of the things about her, okay? Every other story I have told about her has been like after this. This is one of the main big things that happened, okay? This happened right before we met the scammers. And this really showed me, this really, what's the word I'm looking for? This really painted the picture for me. I can't think of the word that I'm looking for, but this really painted the picture of like how she act with men. And from here on out, it was always the same entire pattern. Same pattern. And I was like, I don't know if it was him. I honestly know it couldn't have been him. That's just how she was because I had kind of seen her act crazy over Devontae, her baby daddy. So like the first time I ever started coming around Dre and stuff, so I kind of knew that she could get crazy. Like I told y'all, she like followed us, chased us. No, actually she did. She chased us, pulling up the car beside us, yelling out the car, "Get out, what y'all doing?" Like, I seen her get crazy. We wasn't cool at that point. But I feel like when we finally got cool and she like not justified, but like broke everything down, I could see that Devontae was lying to her and he was asking me to bring like my friends around for him because he was painting a picture to me that they weren't together. She was a crazy baby mama and everything like that, but they were actually together and he was lying to me and like he would always try to play her. It's a lot, y'all. It's really a lot, but y'all know how dudes do, so. Basically, he was lying and she was acting crazy, and in her mind, her acting crazy was justified because he was trying to play her. It was actually a point in time that everybody was cool. Me, Dum Dum, Devontae, Dre, all of us, we were cool, and we was actually cool enough to go out. Like, we went to a hookah bar a few times together, but honestly, that was very short-lived, and it was a little bit awkward because Dre didn't really he didn't care for Dum Dum, and he can't fake it as a Sagittarius. I can't fake it either, for real. When I don't like you, I don't like you. So, and we both Sagittarius. So, And like I had told y'all, if you knew and you don't know, Dum Dum had terrorized this family years before I was ever thought of, okay? Years before I came around. So he had already had those memories, and he already washed his hands of her, like being cool. Like I feel like he was being cordial, going out and stuff with her for me and maybe his brother too, but he did not really care for her, and it was awkward because he didn't really talk to her. It's about to be a lot, so I hope y'all can keep up. Anyway, if you're an OG and you seen my other story times, y'all know Mike's Seafood was me and her spot. Like Mike's Seafood was a spot, okay? They got the food, the daiquiris, the TV, the element, the environment, everything, okay? So we was always there. Basically, one day Dum Dum called me and she told me she was at Mike's Seafood and she ran into some dude that she knew from back in the day, like when they was teenagers or something. So the dude, I think they all used to live like in the same neighborhood or something, and the dude knew her brother, and the dude also knew Devontae because Devontae used to live in her neighborhood too. She's just basically telling me how they had like a little cool friendly conversation. They gave each other their social medias and stuff, and he actually ended up telling her that he had a crush on her back in the day. And I think that meant something to her because like she looking at him now, like if you had a crush on me back in the day, like you probably still got that same crush on me. Like I don't know if that's how she took it, because she was also at the same time trying to play it off at first, like nah, we just friends, like I just want to be friends with him, we cool, that's somebody I knew from back in the day and grew up with, and da 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 da. Me, I'm like, she's saying it so much, girl, who you trying to convince, me or yourself? So yeah, we on the phone, she debating on whether or not she should like hit him up and stuff, and I'm like, girl, just play it cool. If he want to talk to you, I'm pretty sure he gonna slide in your DM, you ain't gotta slide in his, whatever. So she like, yeah, you right, da da da. Girl, the girl could not help it. I don't know, we must have got off the phone or something. She called me back. She was like, I text, not text. She was like, I message, so now we gotta give him a name. I should have been gave him a name. Okay, Aubrey. He kind of looked like an Aubrey. We're gonna call him Aubrey, okay? So yeah, she called me. She was like, I messaged Aubrey, and I'm like, girl, why? Like, what did you say? And she was just like, I said, hey, like, you know, something simple. We just cool. We just friends. I want to let y'all know that she kept stressing the friend word, okay? We on the phone and we talking, but you know when you on the phone and the phone conversation start getting a little dry, because like say we on the phone and I'm just talking, but I'm like looking for your input or whatever, and you know the other person not talking. So I was like, girl, what you doing? Like obviously I feel like every time the conversation get dry on the phone, like somebody either like messaging or texting or like doing something else on their phone. So I'm like, girl, what you doing? She was like and she was like, oh girl, Aubrey text back and I've been texting him. So I'm like, oh my god, girl, you want me to call you back? She was like, no, let me tell you what we talking about. So basically it was just talking about like little friendly stuff from back in the day, reminiscing and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, girl. But the way she got so excited, it was like, girl, don't get too excited. That's what I'm telling her, because it sounds like you probably finna start liking him. You know how girls get after 5 messages, you in love. Like you, if you really like feeling somebody that cute and everything like that, then y'all vibing, you in love. That's your man, and you gonna stand beside him.
I'm gonna stick beside him.
Fast forward to me actually going to her house. It probably was a weekend, and she, y'all, whole time talk about Aubrey, y'all, stalking his Instagram. Not stalking, but just like she wouldn't get off of it, just scrolling through it, trying to see if he like, okay, because this was back when Instagram had the little thing you could slide it over and you could see like, oh, so and so responded to whoever's post, or Jimmy John commented on Shakasia post, or whatever. I don't know, I just made up a name. Instagram was really snitching like Snapchat back then. I'm glad they took that away, because that's not healthy. That was not healthy, because y'all, I promise you, if Dre did not text me back or call me back and I slide over and see he responding to Ashley post, that's it. That was not healthy. So yeah, that's what she was doing, just like checking every little aspect of Instagram, making sure he wasn't on there because he wasn't DMing her back, I guess. I don't know. I'm like, girl, just the best advice I can give you is to play it cool, okay? Because she really come on strong when it come to dudes, because I guess she be like, I know what I want, so I'm just like, why not go for it? Like, I don't have time for games and blah blah blah. But it's actually a little bit more complicated than that, because if you really come off too strong, majority of dudes, I feel like, see it coming off as desperate, or you know, like they can get whatever they want out of you and use you and stuff like that, because that happened a lot of the time. I'm not really giving too much input, because even though we had only been cool for like 6 months at this point, I knew her well enough to know that she wouldn't listen, because when I tried to give her advice about Devontae, her baby dad, she didn't listen, never listened. So And it was like, girl, the answer is right in your face. You know the answer. I'm telling you the answer, but you're not listening. So, okay, so fast forward. And on this particular day, I'm at Dre's house. Obviously, Dre and Devontae live together. They're brothers. So her baby dad is over there too. So she called me and she was like, girl, what you doing? I'm like, I'm at Dre's house. Like, I'm with Dre and blah, blah, blah. She was like, I invited Aubry to main event tonight. And I was like, girl. So then she like, I gotta think of a lie to tell Devontae, like, what should I tell him? And I'm like, girl, I don't know him for real. Like, I know him, but I don't know y'all relationship. I don't know what lie you could tell him that he would believe. So I'm like, girl, I don't know him for real. I don't know what he gonna believe. So you on your own with that one. So she was like, I'm gonna just tell him that I'm doing something with you tonight. And I'm like, girl, how? I'm over here. I'm gonna be over here. Like, I'm not going home or nothing so you could go to main event with Aubry by yourself. Basically, I'm not gonna switch my plans to fit your lie. That's what I was thinking at that point. So she was like, no, can you please come with me? Like, I'm nervous anyway. I want somebody to come with me. I don't want to go alone, da da da. And I'm like, girl, ain't this your little date? And she was like, no, we just friends and da da da. Oh my God, this girl be doing the most, the absolute most. And honestly, if she didn't act the way she act with Devontae, she could have just easily said, like, you know, I'm gonna stay in and like go to sleep or like hang with my kids or chill with my kids or something, because she had 2 kids at the time. She had to be around him 24/7. So he knew. Basically, he would have known that something was up if she wasn't over there that night, because she was always over there, no matter what, no matter, like, I'm not trying to say certain things, so I'm gonna just leave it out. So yeah, she basically just begging me like, girl, can you just come with me? I'll say that we're having like a girls night and blah 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 at main event. And I'm like, girl, they're gonna look at us like, why they not invited? But honestly, yeah, actually they would have. It just would have been weird. The whole lie was weird. And honestly, I don't think either one of them ended up believing it, because first of all, I'm not a good liar. So I'm gonna let you do all the talking. I'm just like, girl, I don't know about that really. I really don't. I'm not trying to be third wheeling on y'all date, whatever. She kept stressing that they friends whole time. And I'm just like, okay. We ended up going back and forth about this for a little minute, because as y'all know, if y'all seen other story times about this girl, she don't accept no. Like, she's not one to accept no. She's the type of person that be trying to convince you. I feel like it's because early on in the relationship, I just let her, like, I mean, I didn't tell her no. I didn't set my boundaries early in the relationship. I mean, not relationship, child. Well, that kind of, yeah, I really felt like I was in a toxic relationship with her, because it was at one point she started acting like she was my man. Why you didn't call me back? Or why you didn't answer the phone? We're gonna get there. Not in this story time though. Yeah, early on in the friendship, she started asking me to sit in her like house and watch her kids very, very early on. Like, I'm just gonna go to Devontae's house right quick. I'm just gonna do this right quick. Or can you watch them while I go to church and da da da. And I should have been saying no, because honestly, that's not my responsibility. Now that I'm thinking back and looking back, I feel like she was really just testing my boundaries. And I let her cross all of them. She's not the only friend that I had like that. I've had a few other friends that really tested and crossed all my boundaries, and it's because I let them. Then if I was to say something, like, they would be like, oh, well, you did it last time. Like, oh, you didn't care. Like, what's the problem now? Da 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 da. You know, what is that? I don't even know. I'm never, y'all. Set your boundaries early on in a friendship, in a relationship, in anything, because that's gonna paint the picture for that person to let you know, like, they cannot play with you like this. They cannot cross certain boundaries. They cannot do certain things to you. Dealing with all these people, that's definitely one thing that I've learned. Okay, so fast forward to later on that night. Dum Dum come over, and actually she didn't come over at night. She came over, say like if we was gonna meet them or meet him there at maybe 8 o'clock or something, she came over at 5. So she had been there for a while, and then she was just nervous about telling Devontae that we were going out together, because honestly, I don't think he would have believed it. Secondly, this is something I never mentioned before, but she was always under his thumb, always underneath him. So if she was going to do something like by herself, or not technically by herself, but with somebody else, he would get jealous, because he's so used to her being available right there, and like her car being available and everything, you know? So the fact that we became friends, he actually started not liking me over that. Like, because when we did start doing stuff like going to the mall or like going out to eat and stuff like that, he would get jealous. And at one point he started treating me like I was the other dude, getting mad and like me mugging me and saying little slick stuff like, oh, y'all must be effing. Y'all must be effing. Like, why y'all always gotta be around each other? We're friends. And honestly, that jealousy played a big part in a lot of the story times that I mentioned him in. Like, say, when I was living with her and he came over and we got into it, that jealousy played a part in it. I don't know how I forgot to mention that. I don't know how it never came up. I really feel like I should make a video. I should make a video about all these people, their backstory, characteristics, and everything like that, so y'all could understand better. So I feel like this situation was the beginning of that, because he started brewing. I could see it in his face. He looking crazy, like, y'all going to main event? Why nigga can't go? Why can't go with y'all? Like, he started with that, and I'm just like, oh, here we go, because I'm thinking like she gonna be like, don't worry about it, or you know, you could come and it's gonna be some mess or something. I don't know what I was thinking, because every time he got upset, it was like she did anything she could to calm him down. Just a side note, just like when we went to Atlanta and I told her, girl, first of all, I don't want to go. That's number one. Number two, if he's going, I definitely don't want to go. So he can come, but just take me home. So she was like, no, blah blah blah, and she ended up telling him that he could not come, just so we could go. So on the way there, so yeah, as we're leaving and I'm driving, she was like, I shouldn't have did that. Why did I do that? Why you got a problem with him coming? Like, it's my fault, and just like, you know, trying to get on me. And I'm like, girl, you can turn around and go get him. This is a side story, y'all, my bad. So I'm like, you can turn around and go get him. She was like, nah, he's gonna have to be all right, blah, blah, blah. It's her turn to drive now. So I fall asleep. And when I wake up, it's like daylight. And all I hear him on the phone, like, you stupid B, da 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 da. He was going off on her. So she was like, okay, yeah, I'll buy you a ticket. I'll fly you out. It's not a problem. You could come, blah, blah, blah. That's a long story. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in the trip to Atlanta story. But she would do anything to calm him down. Like, he was number one priority. So when he started going off in this situation, I'm like, oh, here we go. Like, I don't want to get tangled up into this mess. They started getting into it a little bit. So I get out the car and I go walk over to Dre. And me and Dre just talking, whatever. Like, honestly, he didn't have a problem with it. Unlike Devontae, Dre did not care like that. Like, I mean, he was like, yeah, you know, go do your thing. You young, live your life, da da da. You know, he was cool about everything. Because I didn't trip on him when he was going out until I started finding out certain things. But yeah, at this point, everything was cool with us. So you go out, I go out, and sometimes we go out together. It's fine. We in the garage and her car's in the parking lot, not the parking lot, the driveway. So we can obviously hear what they talking about. You just want to know why he can't come. It was a whole thing. They got into it. He was a little mad, and she called me back to the car, and I'm like, what happened? And she was like, he mad, but he gonna have to get over it, da da da. And I was like, girl, I really thought you was, and I was like, girl, I thought you was gonna say F it and we not gonna go and all this other stuff, because I wanted to say, you know how you do, but I ain't say that. When it's like around the time that we about to go, because obviously we went up in a house and like, well, not we, she went up in that day house and like touched up. She had her little, not makeup, because she didn't really even wear makeup, but you know, I guess she did her eyebrows and stuff back then. So yeah, she just was making sure she looked cute and stuff. Me, I did not care, because this is not for me. This is her. I guess I'm playing, what was I playing? Not wingman or nothing, because what am I playing? Guardian Angel? I don't know. I don't even know why I don't even know why she wanted me to go. So yeah, anyway, when it's around the time that we about to leave and he see her like touching up, you know, fixing her hair and stuff, he was like, yeah, y'all going to meet some niggas. Fast forward, we pull up to main event. We sit in the car. By that time, he was already there. He was already there and inside, so he just waiting on her. So we in the car and she started throwing the shots back. This is back when we was drinking, okay? Anytime we met up, we was known some alcohol needed to be involved. And I'm not sure why that started. I guess we was just trying to have a good time at first in the beginning. But then over time, it came to the point where I needed alcohol to like tolerate her and her like drama. I don't know, because it was a lot. So we in the parking lot taking shots. I think I take maybe about, I don't know, 3 shots. And mind you, we had kind of been drinking throughout the day. I think we probably had a daiquiri. Y'all already know daiquiris was our thing. We might have had a daiquiri earlier or something. So I didn't take, y'all, I knew my limit. And when my limit was approaching, I slowed down. I put the shots down. But she throwing them back. And I'm like, girl, you gonna be all right? Because you ain't gonna be able to function. Anyway, Aubrey ended up texting her while we taking shots, and she was like, all right, we about to go in, because he already up in there waiting for us. So I'm like, okay, cool. We walk into main event, we looking for him, whatever. Wasn't that hard to find. He was kind of like just sitting right there. And she sit down by him. I think they like side hug, like the friend hug, and he like introduced himself to me and shake my hand and stuff. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I sit down. So basically it's like Dum Dum, Aubrey. I don't know, they kind of sitting beside each other, but kind of like across from each other because of how the table was. And then like I'm just over here by myself. It was like all 3 of us talking, and you know, he like, yeah, what's your name, da da da, you know, just like small talk for when you first meet somebody. And you know, all 3 of us was talking. When I tell you the liquor started kicking in immediately, okay, I mean kicking. And I know if I'm tipsy, then she drunk. Because she took more than me. Granted, she was like bigger than me and taller than me, a little bit taller than me. But I just feel like she was throwing it back like, and I'm saying shots, y'all, but we ain't have no shot glass. We was just out the bottle, you know? So our one shot could have been actually like 1.5 or 2 shots. We was gulping. Y'all, I feel like when I'm just like inebriated, I get to cheesing. I get to cheesing just like this. And so yeah, he was just like, yeah, what you cheesing about? Da da da. And I was like, I'm good. Like I'm here. Like I'm just here. I don't know why. So they talking. I'm honestly not trying to talk too much because this is not about me. To me, this is her little date. I don't care if it's a friend thing or whatever. This is a date. How happy she was, it was a date. And she was just trying to play it like she not happy. Girl, I could see right through that. Y'all, I could not tell you what they was talking about. I did not care. I wasn't listening to nothing. But all I know is one point he started like trying to ask me about myself and stuff. Like trying to do 21 questions on me. And I'm like, why you asking me questions? Ain't y'all on y'all little date? Like, shouldn't you be talking to her like straight up? And he was like, date? This is not a date. We friends. We just friends. This is not a date. We childhood friends. I wasn't serious. I was really just cracking a joke. But he came back serious. And I was just like, oh, calm down. Calm down. It's not that serious. Not that he was just like, ugh, I don't fuck with her like that. We just cool. It wasn't like that. It was just like, he was trying to make it known how she was trying to make it known, basically. Y'all, it was weird. It was really weird. I don't know what they was doing. At first I kind of felt like maybe they liked each other and they was just like trying to suppress their feelings. I don't know, it was so weird. But yeah, anyway, that night go cool. Nothing really happened that night. We was just tipsy talking. And honestly, I feel like they could have did that at the park or something. We ain't have to go to main event because they ain't do nothing at main event. They didn't do no main event things. Okay, so now it's probably like the next week or going into like the next weekend or something. And now her and Aubry are texting. So this is like the next time I'm with her, right? So I just catch her saying little things like, you know, of course, scrolling on Aubry Instagram, just saying like, you know, Aubry kind of cute. You don't think he cute and stuff like that. She really asked me if I thought he was cute. I looked at her like, no, Aubry is not my type, y'all. Aubry wasn't ugly or anything. He just wasn't my type. And then on top of that, his like his face didn't fit his body to me. Like I was just like, something about that ain't right. Something about the face and the body, it don't match. Aubry was nice. He was cool. He had a good job. He worked at a school, whatever, had his own place, a car and stuff like that. And I think those are all of the things that made, plus like I guess his body, that made her start liking him for real. We in her car, she doing her daily scroll on Aubry Instagram. She's basically telling me their conversations and stuff like that. She's telling me about their conversations. I've never seen the conversation, but I'm just going off of what she's telling me. And honestly, I feel like in the beginning and like at this point, maybe if they did have like some feelings for each other or like each other, it could have been mutual at this point. And I feel like that's all she needed was him to like show any sign that he could possibly be interested in her, so she could like fall down that rabbit hole. One day she called me, right? And she was like, oh my God, girl, I gotta tell you something. So me, I'm like, what's up? Like, what you gotta tell me? Like, I'm just thinking it's gonna be something regular, something small, something about her and Devontae. Could have been about Aubry, I don't know. But she was like, oh my God, I don't want to tell you, I'm scared. Please don't judge me, stuff like that. Because like I said, this was basically the beginning of our friendship still. So I didn't really know much about her. Anything from her past that I knew is what she basically told me. And the other stuff I knew was from when like I first started coming around and we wasn't cool, them little crazy antics. The one thing that she used to say is like, don't think I'm a HOE, I'm not a HOE. So I was like, okay, like I'm thinking like, what is this girlfriend to tell me that she thinks that I'm gonna judge her as that? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm curious. What is it? So she was like, I had sex with Aubry. Huh? Come again? Huh? I was like, what? I thought y'all was just friends. Like y'all both stressing this little friend thing, and now y'all done got it in. She explained to me how it happened. She was like, they was drinking, they was chilling in the car, they was talking, and then one thing led to another, and it happened. I guess they was both drunk. I don't know. It happened in the backseat of the car. It was parked in like his apartment complex, basically. She's telling me everything that happened, but she's still like pressing the, oh, we still friends, like that was an accident, that was a one-time thing, I can't believe I did that, like just saying all that kind of stuff. And I kind of side-eye that because girl, you know, like for most females, after you're intimate with somebody, you're most likely gonna want to pursue that person. You're gonna want something more with that person, for most females. Anyway, after they slept together, I really could tell she started liking him for real, because just off the stuff that she would say, I really want to see Aubrey, maybe I should stop by or whatever. Like, I'm gonna ask him to do this, I'm gonna ask him if he want to hang out, and I'm like, girl, no, just take it easy. Take it easy and play it cool. Honestly, I feel like, especially at that age, dudes like to chase. They like, you not giving him nothing to chase. So another weekend come, and obviously I'm at her house. She asked me if I want to come over. So yeah, we just chilling, we drinking, we riding around the city, y'all. I promise you, all we used to do was chill, drink, and ride around the city. And I'm just like, girl, that's it. Sometimes I didn't mind riding around, but it got old quick, and I knew me going to her house all the time was going to get old quick, but she always just kept inviting me, and I tried to be like, nah girl, it's okay, and she was like, no, I really want to go to the mall, or you know, something like that. And then I would end up spending the night, and I just knew that I was going over there too much too soon, and it was going to get old to me, because like repetitive things get old to me real quick. I don't like it. I need something new. At this point, I'm cool, I'm chilling, like it was everything was good. So yeah, we riding around, then all of a sudden she was like, she want to go to Target. It's probably like 8 p.m. at this point, and she want to go to Target. So I'm like, okay, we can go to Target. You would think she would go to the Target closest to her house, right? No. I don't know, for some reason she wanted to go to this specific Target. So we pull up to Target, you know, we going, we walking around, whatever. I noticed that she on her phone like a lot, like basically the whole time while we walking around and looking at things. I don't even think she needed anything out of Target. I'm not thinking nothing of it. I don't ask because I don't care, but I peep it, you know. So yeah, we just walking around, and then all of a sudden she get happy and she was like, okay, we can go now. And I'm like, okay. We walk back to the car. Obviously we got liquor in the car. Yo, we had liquor for every occasion, okay? Dre and Devontae even knew a liquor man where we could get liquor on Sundays when the liquor store was closed. And he was a little cheaper than the liquor store. Now we get in the car, she started taking shots. So I'm like, let me take some shots too. What we taking shots for? Like we needed a reason. Anyway, so yeah, I see her like getting antsy and whatever, like kind of like she was waiting for a reply or response to a text message. I peep. Once again, I peep. I don't ask her nothing. So, you know, I'm minding my business, just on my phone. We taking shots, talking and stuff. I'm kind of wondering why we haven't pulled off, but at the same time, like I was just wanting to go with the flow, because like, who am I? Like, this is her car. What am I like? What am I gonna be like, girl, let's go, or what are we doing? You know, I'm not that type of person. I'm pretty chill. Anyway, like I said, we have been taking shots, and I guess she couldn't hold it in no more. You know, I guess the liquor started kicking in, and she was like, I really want to see Aubrey. I'm like, girl, what? And she was like, I want to see Aubrey. And I was like, okay, well, go see Aubrey. Like, what you telling me for? And she was like, can you come with me? I'm like, girl, you could go see Aubrey, but you could drop me off first. Like, I'm definitely not going to third wheel at Aubrey's house. No. I'm thinking like, girl, you seen Aubrey before by yourself, and y'all was chilling and y'all kicked it. So why do you need me? Like, you're comfortable around him now. The first time I kind of understand, and I'm willing to be there like for your comfort, but you've kicked it with him by yourself before. I just want to see him. Like, I don't want to chill with him. I just want to say hey or whatever. So I'm like, girl, why you gonna waste all that gas going to his house just to say hey? Can't you text him? Like, can you FaceTime him? I'm not understanding. The math not mathing to me, right? So she was like, I'm not wasting gas. He live up the street. Up the street from where? From here? From this Target right here? I didn't blast her, but I put it together in my head like, that's why she wanted to come to this specific Target all out the way. Girl, ridiculous. Mind you, this was a random trip to Target. Nobody was talking about Target. We Walmarters, okay? Now I'm a Target kind of girl. But back then, Walmart. Mean streets of Walmart, you catch me bopping through. So that was really random, but I just went with the flow. I was like, oh my God, this girl done tricked me. Which she did a lot of. It's not the only time that she tricked me, but yeah, she did a lot of trickery. I was gonna say trickeration. Is that a word? So I'm like, girl, I do not want to go. Like, I don't care if it's just for a minute, a second. I do not want to go. And like, why would I want to go? She begged me. She was like, come on, it's just right up the street. It's gonna be like 5 minutes tops, whatever. We going back and forth. Like, again, like I said, like, it's not my car. So technically, if she wanted to go, she could have just went, because I'm in the car. Like, where am I going? Was she gonna leave me at Target? So actually, she could have. Eventually, I was just like, okay, whatever, you know, because it's not my car. So we go up the street. He probably lived like a good 6-7 minutes up the street. Like, for real, it was really up the street. So we pull up to his like apartment complex, but she don't go inside of the gate. I don't know why. I don't know why she didn't call him for the gate code. Back then I didn't know why, now I know why. But yeah, she parked basically on the street and walked through the gate thing. When she get out the car, she was like, it's gonna be 5 minutes tops, I'll be right back, whatever. So in my head, knowing how she is like time wise, she's not a timely person at all. I'm like, okay, maybe 10 minutes tops, 15, 20 minutes tops, you know, just because I knew she was like a little bit inconsiderate of other people's time and everything else. So I was like, all right, maybe 20 minutes tops, right? This is the part where I want y'all to pause the video again. I'm so sorry. But I want y'all to guess how long this girl left me sitting in the car. Please guess. All right, back to the story. So she gone, right? She done left. I'm chilling in the car. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Snapchat. I'm talking to people. I'm snapping people and everything like that. So about 30 minutes go by and I'm like, a little minute had went by, because you know, at first I'm cool, I'm chilling, like I'm on the gram, I'm snapping it up, whatever. But then I started to get restless, like, okay, where is this girl? Like, it's been about 30 minutes literally. But then I get that thought, like, okay, so who am I to rush her for real? Like, they might be like talking, having a deep conversation, and she just like forgot about the time momentarily. At the 45-minute mark, I'm like, okay, no, let me call her, because 5 minutes turned into 45 minutes. And then on top of that, y'all, we done took shots and I'm getting super restless. So at this point, you know, like, it's either two ways taking shots can go. You turning up, you about to do something, at least riding in the car, listening to music, jamming and everything like that. No music was on. Or you could just be doing what I'm doing. And at that point, you get sleepy off the liquor. Okay, so I end up calling her. And I'm like, girl, what you doing? And she whispering, she like talking in a low tone. And she was like, my bad, girl, we talking. I'm finna come right now, da-da-da. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So the way she said it, though, I knew. And also, I know her, I'm finna come or I'm on the ways. That means like an hour tops. Because when she called to see if I'm ready, like, say she finna pick me up or something. And she called and be like, girl, you ready, da-da-da. And she be like, all right, I'm finna come. An hour later, maybe, sometimes two. Like, I think I mentioned that in the story time before, where she will have me waiting like all day sometimes, to the point where I don't even want to go no more. And then when she ready to come get me, she like, oh no, please still come, we can do this, we can do that. And I'm like, girl, no. Now I'm not even in the mood to do nothing no more. Like, for real, one day she literally had me waiting all day. and she called me like, what, 10 p.m. like, girl, you still want to come? And I'm like, girl, no. And she was like, please come. So yeah, me knowing how untimely she is, I'm like, okay, that's probably like another 15 minutes on her I'm finna come. So I just start snapping people back and everything like that, you know, really trying to be patient, because your 5 minutes is on the verge of turning into an hour at this point. I'm on YouTube watching videos and I started dozing off. That's how long I was waiting, y'all. I'm just really trying to be patient. I don't even know how much time went by. Again, maybe like another 15-20 minutes, and I text her, what you doing? No text back. I'm like, I don't want to keep calling this girl. I shouldn't have to keep calling her. But at the same time, I'm ready to go. I didn't want to come to Aubry house anyway. Especially not to sit in the car. You could have really left me at Target. At least I could have been browsing the aisles. At this point, I'm getting irritated, because like, how can you be that inconsiderate? You could have done this by yourself. I don't understand why you needed to know that I was sitting outside in your parked car. You could have really came here by yourself. I don't know why I was so considerate of her time and not wanting to rush her, even though she making me wait on the verge of an hour. After she didn't text me back when I said, what you doing? I called her again. No answer. So I'm like, this is ridiculous. Now I'm really starting to get irritated. But what can I do? Like, what can I do? I don't know where Aubry live. I don't know how to get in the gate. I really don't even know which direction she went in to even get to the gate, because I was not paying attention. And I should have been paying attention, because what if something happened? Shortly after, I dozed off because I was so bored. Then what woke me up was the car door opening and closing. So she finally come back. I look at the time. This girl had left me in the car for 2 hours. 2 hours. Obviously, I don't care if I fell asleep, but obviously it didn't feel like 2 hours because I did fall asleep. 2 hours? What if I didn't fall? What if she don't know that I was asleep though, you know? So y'all, some of this crap just blow my mind, honestly. Some of this crap really just blow my mind, that I kept like hanging out with her and being cool with her. So I look at my phone and notice that it had been 2 hours since she left. I'm fuming. I'm pissed. I'm hot. My face, I can't hide it. It's to the point where I can't even hide it on my face. So it was like, as soon as she got in the car, she started apologizing. Girl, I'm so sorry. Like, we was talking and one thing led to another. And you know, when blah, 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 we was in the back seat and he started taking off my shirt and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, as she telling me this, it's like she disregarding the fact that I was in the car for 2 hours. She don't care about that. She want to tell me about the experience she just had. But as she telling me, I'm like, I know she not telling me what I think she about to tell me. So I'm like, what? Because y'all, I promise you, I didn't even want to say nothing to her. To get that what out was a struggle, because it's no, I don't know, with me it's like no in between. If I'm pissed, I'm pissed, and I will snap at you. And I really did not want to snap at her because our little friendship was so new that we might not come back from it. I don't know. Because that was, this whole situation, very inconsiderate. And at that point, all I felt like doing was snapping. I used to be one of them people that said things out of anger, and I learned not to do that no more, because honestly, sometimes it's like you could say sorry or whatever, but that person you still said that to that person. They not gonna forget that. But I tried to avoid doing that with my friends because like I didn't want to, I don't know, I just didn't want to take it there. So I really tried to avoid doing that to my friends. Like I don't like snapping, I don't like getting into it with my friends. Like I feel like we shouldn't, I mean, I know friends gonna disagree, but for us to like snap and go back and forth and call each other out our name, I never wanted to do that with friends. Anyway, I'm like, what? Because I want to be crystal clear about what you about to tell me, because I already know, like she already said it, but I just want to hear it again, you know? She was like, girl, we did it in the back seat and da-da-da-da. It was like she told me, but she was like not acknowledging the fact that I was waiting in the car while she was doing these activities. It was like she didn't care. I get back quiet. I don't know what she expected me to be like, oh my God, y'all did, how was it? Like, I don't know if she expected me to ask all them questions, but I get back quiet. So yeah, at this point, she had started driving and everything like that. This girl was literally talking about what just happened the whole way back to her house. And I feel like sometimes she could be a little bit self-centered, because even though I said like, because like it's a part of me, even when I'm super mad, depending on our relationship, like I said with ours, I didn't really want to snap on her. I can't just be like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It's something about being rude. Like, I feel like I just can't be rude if you talking to me. So I did give her like a or like, you know, something like that, like a little dry, super dry response. But she was just like so into like telling me what happened, she didn't even notice that it was dry, or I wasn't talking back and stuff like that. So the whole way to the house, I'm just like, what the fuck? The whole way to the house, I'm just going over everything in my head, like, because she had done this before, like I said, like been inconsiderate with certain things, especially with time. Like she had left me in her house before to go to Devontae's house for hours and hours and stuff like that. So I'm just thinking about everything, and I'm thinking to myself, like, do I want to keep being cool with this girl? Like, I'm reconsidering our whole friendship over this thing. Okay, that's how pissed I was. So fast forward, we back to her house, and I feel like it wasn't until that we was back to her house or whatever that she realized that I was mad. And honestly, I should have just straight up told her, like, or asked her, why you left me in a car for 2 hours? Like, that was rude, da-da-da-da. But like I said, I tried to avoid confrontation because, for one, I knew that this girl was extra sensitive. And then when I did try to not even check her, but like say something to her about how I felt about her, like maybe leaving me in her house for hours and hours with her kids and stuff, we kind of got into it, and I was just like, I don't have time for that. Like, I can't even tell this girl how I feel without her being overly sensitive about it. So like, I don't know how to approach her for real, even though in this case, well, in that case too, this was like unnecessary and it was her fault. But most importantly, it was unnecessary. So basically, I'm about to go in the restroom and change my clothes, and she's coming out of the restroom, and we're like face to face, and she was like, you mad? And I was like, nah, I'm straight. I could tell you mad. And I'm like, girl, I'm good. Like, because at this point I was cooling down. Like, I'd rather just get over this stuff myself. Why did I think like that back then? Oh my God. And that's probably why she kept doing the stuff that she was doing. I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't set that boundary, people gonna keep doing the same thing to you over and over and over. I'm telling y'all, talking to this camera, I be having a whole therapy session. I be coming to all kind of realizations, having all sorts of epiphanies. Ooh. Anyway, so yeah, she started apologizing again, and I'm like, girl, it happened. Like, it's done, it's over with. So basically, I'm just like, girl, I'm done with it. Like, I don't care. So the next morning come, Oh, we really don't talk the rest of the night because I was over her, just like, give me my time, give me my space. Honestly, if it wasn't so late, I would have told her to take me home. But at this point, it was almost, I don't even know what time. Next morning come, and she was like, because usually on like a Sunday, she would get up and go to church and stuff. So the next morning come, and she don't go to church this Sunday. She was like, yeah, I'm not going to go to church this Sunday, blah, blah, blah. You want to do something today? And I'm like, nah, I'm going to just go home. And she was like, you sure you don't want to do nothing? Like, I really wanted to do something today. You're not tricking me again. You are not. I was like, no, she is not gonna get me 2 days in a row. You can take me home, ma'am. After this happened, I was cool off like hanging with her. Not cool off her, but hanging with her for about 2 weekends. So like 2 weeks. During this time, she's calling me like all the time. Basically what happened was she started coming on too strong, and Aubry started pulling away. Like, I honestly, for real, I really feel like Aubry would have messed with her if she would have played it cool. I remember one time she was calling me and she was like, Aubry, so I think she asked if like he was busy that day and they could do something like when he got off or something. He was like, nah, he got to work late or something, to where he was supposed to be at the school that he worked at. This girl called me and she was like, I'm about to ride by and see if I see Aubry car outside of his job. I was like, what? Like, cause first of all, who got the time? Secondly, why? If he is lying to you, oh well, that is not your man. She rolled by the school and his car wasn't there. She was like, that bitch. And I'm like, why? I guess he lied to get out of chilling with her, but just realize that he don't want to chill with you. Don't get mad about it. She was like, I'm about to ride by his house. And I'm like, girl, do not ride by his house, because if he see you riding by his house, he gonna think you crazy. So just don't do it. Y'all think she listened? No. She rode by his house, circled the little where he be parking at, and she was like, he not at home either. Like, I don't see his car out here either. So I'm like, oh my God, this girl is really riding by his house. Now, if he was home and would have caught you, he would have thought you was crazy. So she started doing stuff like that, right? Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't even want to get into this next part. She started doing stuff like that frequently. Yeah, it was too much. Anyway, I had gave it time, and honestly, I had gotten over the situation about her leaving me in the car, but it was like I was hesitant to go around her still, because I didn't want nothing like that to happen again. Or I didn't want, like, honestly, I just didn't want to talk about Aubry the whole time. We talk about Aubry all day, every day on the phone. And at this point, Aubry was like, at this point, Aubry was over her. Like, I could tell where this was going, and it wasn't going good. It was like she was becoming obsessive at this point. So yeah, this particular weekend, we pull up. I don't know why we pull up to Devontae and Dre house, because we was going to the mall, but for some reason she wanted to pull up there first. So we pull up there first, and he was like, yeah, where y'all going? Y'all ain't going to no mall. Y'all finna go do this and do that. Y'all finna go see some da-da-da. And I'm like, who is y'all? Like, I understand your concerns, but you could leave me out of it, because you not my dude. Another side note, he would ask them, when I was bringing girls over there for him and stuff, he would ask them, was I talking to other people? Was I cheating on him? I don't want to confuse nobody. So the him I'm referring to was Dre, not Devontae. I was with Dre. And he know I'm talking to other people and who I'm talking to, just be real. He would say stuff like that to them. You don't think that they gonna come back and tell me? That's number one. Number two, why are you so concerned? Dre not even doing that, because he knows me. You don't know me. It was so weird. I was very, very confused. So yeah, while he throwing around y'all, I'm wondering why he not making this about his girl. Why he not making this just about Dum Dum? Because I have nothing to do with that. Oh, you know what? I do know why she wanted to pull up there. We had been hitting the mall, and we was doing a little 5-finger thing. So she had new clothes. I was getting makeup for her and stuff like that. So she wanted to come over to their house to like kind of show off, you know? Because she was looking cute. Like, we was looking cute. We was finna go to the mall. We had our wedges on, little cute outfits that we 5-fingered, y'all. Oh my God. That's embarrassing. Oh my God. But seriously, don't 5-finger, please. I was young and dumb. We both were, because we was both doing it. Don't do that. Ain't nothing cute about it. It's honestly embarrassing. Like, I be trying to, sometimes I really be trying to leave it out because it's embarrassing. But I did it, and it happened, and I will never do it again. So anyway, we go to the mall, everything like that, and we have like a little nice cool time at the mall, whatever. It was regular. We did it a lot. It was like regular, repetitive. So yeah, by the time we leave the mall, it's getting dark and the sun's going down and stuff like that. So y'all know we head on right on over to Bourbon Daiquiri Street.
Pause, because what is Bourbon Daiquiri Street? I turned into all kinds of dyslexic. It's Bourbon Street Daiquiri.
And get us a little daiquiri. After this, I'm thinking, okay, we about to just go back to her house and chill or whatever. No. Mind you, when we went to Aubry house the first time, it was nighttime. I was not paying attention or nothing like that. But I knew what area, but beyond the Target, I didn't know like exactly where he lived. Like, you know, I couldn't tell you how to get there. So we on the way back. I'm thinking we on the way back because the direction we was going was like back towards Dre and Devontae house, which was kind of around this area of the Target. But there was many ways that we could get to Dre and Devontae house, and we never went the Target way. Y'all, when I see this Target, I immediately know that we going to Aubry house. But I don't say nothing. I just peep. So I'm like, if she keeps straight, we going back to her house. If she make this right, we going to Aubry house. Y'all already know what she did when we got to the light. Bust the right. I was like, oh my God. I was like, girl, where you going? Immediately, because I don't want no parts. It was like, y'all, it was like I got triggered. I got PTSD from the situation. Like, I didn't know. You're not gonna play with me. So she was like, I just want to see if Aubry at home. Why? Please tell me why. Because at this point, Aubry damn near not responding to her text messages because of how she was acting. I'm really trying to leave certain things out, but she was acting nuts. She like, I just want to see if he at home. I'm like, oh my God. So we wait. We wait for somebody to open the gate. Come through the gate. We go behind him. Circle. We driving up. We see his car. He's there. So she parked by this truck. It was more of a van. She parked on the side of that van to the point where we could see like his front door, but could he see us? Actually, he probably could have seen us if he came outside and he just so happened to look out in the parking area. Well, I don't know. She took the chance. I don't know. It was dark, so I guess she thought that he wasn't gonna see her. She back in, and I'm like, what are we doing? Are we about to sit here? And she was like, should I go up there? I think I should go knock on his door. I was like, girl, do not. If y'all barely on speaking terms, do not. Because, oh, y'all, I left such a big ass part out. I'm tripping. At this point, she told me to add Aubry on Snapchat because I'm not sure if he took her off or just blocked her from seeing like his story on Snapchat, but she couldn't see nothing. She told me to add him so I could lurk for her, y'all. Oh my God. And plus, we was always together anyway. At that time when she told me to do that, we were together and he posted this girl. Y'all, tell me why I still have this video. He posted a clip of a girl getting out the car. Y'all know dudes used to do this when like you with a girl, you post her getting out the car so Snapchat can see they butt or whatever. I remember Dre did that to me when I was getting out the car, and then one time when we was walking into the tattoo shop, I'm like, so you really finna post my butt on Snapchat? Long story short, he ain't end up posting it because I had a problem. But yeah, so he did that to some other girl and then he showed her face. And I'm like, he got a girlfriend. And Dum Dum is like, that could be anybody. He didn't even say nothing to her. All she did was get out the car. But I'm like, he zoomed in on her booty. I'm like, no, that's something you do to somebody you having relations with. And she was like, he never took a video of me like that. I'm like, I'm thinking, girl, you delusional about what y'all had. What do you mean he never took a video of you like that? Y'all ain't even chilled enough for him to do that. From the beginning, he was just he hiding something. So I'm like, girl, do not knock on his door. Like, what if his girlfriend is up in there and da-da-da? She was like, I hope she is up in there. I hope she is, and I'm going to tell her dude is cheating and da-da-da. Girl, please do not make a fool of yourself. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just like, no, don't do it. Like, let's just go. Matter of fact, let's go. We did not leave, y'all. I promise you, we sat outside his house for like, I don't even know how long enough for us to finish our daiquiris. Listening to music and just like, y'all, I was really just trying to be somebody for her to lean on. But it was coming to a point like, girl, what are we doing? I don't know. It was like a tough situation because I tried to tell her like, this stuff you doing is crazy, but it's like she did not care. So what am I gonna do? I don't know. So we sat out there. He didn't come out that time. And yes, I'm saying that time because this is going to be another time where we did this crazy stuff. So yeah, that time he didn't come out. I know somebody saying in the comments like, what, girl, why did you keep hanging out with her? I don't know. I have no idea. And guess what we finna do? Fast forward to another weekend. Okay, so this weekend, now before I get to this weekend, I just want to say, like, things between her and Aubrey, obviously they wasn't going good because we got the point where she's sitting outside of his house. Like, y'all, I promise you, if I was to sit up here and tell y'all all the things that led to Aubrey not wanting to talk to her, barely responding to her, basically Aubrey was driving her crazy. He was. She was acting crazy, so I don't know. And then on top of her worrying about him, she also worried about Devontae because obviously they getting into it and stuff. It's basically, he was mad because she wasn't always up his ass. She didn't have time to be up his ass no more. She was actually going out and having her own life, you know? Because before me, like, she didn't have friends. Like, her whole thing was being at Devontae's house all day, then going home and, you know, talking to her mom and stuff like that. You know, she was just like, I don't know why she didn't have friends. I don't know why she wasn't hanging around other people, but she didn't. I don't know if she cut them off or I don't know what it was. But, you know, some people really put their relationship over everything. And I feel like she was sick of doing that. And she was ready to make friends and stuff. So he was mad about that. He was also controlling too. So that, honestly, that the two go hand in hand. I just feel like she was maybe stressed out or something. I don't know. So I was like, yeah, I'll come over and we can chill. Like, just don't talk about Aubrey. Don't worry about Devontae. Just relax. Think about yourself. Let's do something. Let's do something. It was like, yeah, we can do something. We can maybe go out to eat or whatever. Just, let's do something. Go to a hookah bar or something. Not sit around and talk about dudes all day. It's exhausting. I mean, you know, every female do it, but it comes to a point where this one don't want you and this one is just bad for you. Just take your mind off of both of them for once. Because I know I used to do it too. I used to talk about Dre a lot too, but oh God. So basically this weekend I get over there and we don't do none of the things that we said that we were gonna do. We do exactly the opposite of what I wanted us to do. We sit around and we talk about Aubrey. Granted, there was drinking involved, but that's, girl, this is exactly what I said we shouldn't do. So yeah, she telling me everything. I'm like, girl, just leave him alone. He does not want to talk to you. He's not responding, but he won't block her. That's the thing. So the fact that he's not blocking her is giving her hope. I don't know why. Because she would always say, like, if he really didn't want to talk to me, he would just block me. Like, I don't understand why he won't block me. I'm like, girl, just because he don't want to block you, just because he's not blocking you, doesn't mean that you still have a chance. She would call, sometimes he would answer, sometimes he wouldn't. And I'm just like, boy, you answering is like messing you up because you don't know what this girl is thinking. This girl is thinking because you answering, you want to talk to her, basically. Honestly, this crap, I had never seen this before. Like I told y'all, if I gotta refresh our memory, this was in the beginning. This is my first time seeing this kind of stuff. She blowing his phone up. I'm talking back to back to back to back. And I'm just like, girl. At one point, Dum Dum is like, let me call him from your phone. I don't know why I gave her my phone. I could not tell you. But I gave her my phone. Because, like, I don't know. She called from my phone. He answered because he don't have my number. So it could have been anybody calling. So as soon as he answered, she was like, why you not answering the phone for me? So you didn't block. So you can't answer the phone. So you do have your phone in your hand and stuff like that. And I'm like, girl, that's not how you should have started this conversation. That's not. You should have been more calm than that. She was at like a 7. She should have been at a 2, a 1, a 0 if you're trying to make him stay on the phone. So I'm like, oh, I'm just listening. He was like, I'm not trying to do this. I'm so sorry I led you on, but I don't want this. I don't want no relationship with you. I'm sorry I let my urges get the best of me. It was a mistake. He really giving her like a sincere apology, and she not trying to hear it. She not trying to hear it. She was like, how was it a mistake when we did it more than once? And they just going back and forth. And he was like, I'm not trying to do this. Just please stop calling my phone like that. And he hangs up because she's still trying to talk and he's clearly trying to get off the phone. So he hangs up. This is too much. So yeah, he hang up in her face. She called back. He not answering because he knows it's her, even though it's my number. So yeah, after a while of not answering, she gave me my phone back because I'm like, girl, just let it go. He's not gonna answer. He's not gonna answer no more because he knows that number. And she was like, I'm gonna make a text free. I'm like, do not make no text free, please, because I'm pretty sure he's not gonna answer the phone for any numbers that he does not know anymore. I remember for the rest of that night, all we did was talk about Aubrey for real. Like, I'm just basically trying to tell her, like, listen, he's not the one for you. If you have to do all this and he's like telling you it was a mistake and everything like that, just try to let it go. I know it's not easy to let it go once you slept with the person because you get that like emotional attachment to them, and then she's already emotional, so you know, it's harder to let go. So yeah. Anyway, we take a pause from talking about Aubrey for like maybe a minute or two, and she was like, girl, my bad, I'm sorry, like this is driving me crazy. Basically, like we can do something tomorrow, like let's get dressed and, you know, get up and do something to take her mind off of it. I'm like, yes, that's what I came over here for, let's do that. So I go into the next day thinking today will be a better day, basically. Because at this point, I was ready to go home, y'all. I promise you, I was always ready to go home. My limit at her house at one point was like 2 days. A day, y'all, I promise you. I only could stay over there for one night if I went over there. And then it got to the point where I was like, girl, no, I don't want to spend the night. No, thank you. No, thank you. So the next day come, we get up, we get cute, we do our hair, we listen to music, bumping Future, because Future always put her in a good mood and stuff. So yeah, bumping Future. And I knew the key to her heart. I knew one key, and it was liquor, okay? So, of course, we had liquor, of course. Y'all, it don't matter if we had liquor, we was gonna get a daiquiri too. And it don't matter if we had a daiquiri, we was gonna get liquor too. So, we obviously had both. So, really, I'm like, girl, what do you wanna do today? Because, like, we can do whatever you wanna do today. So, we went down to, like, the Galleria area, whatever we went. Did we get food? I feel like we went to the Cheesecake Factory. I don't know why we used to go to the Cheesecake Factory. I was finna say I don't know why we used to go to the Cheesecake Factory so much, but I can probably count how many times we went. But the Cheesecake Factory not good to me. I don't know. It's okay. The cheesecake is bomb, but the food is like eh. But back then, I do know why, because back then the Cheesecake Factory was fancy for our pockets. Okay. But now I feel like Cheesecake Factory and maybe Cheddar's is on the same level. So yeah, we have a cute day. She was talking about Aubrey, but not as much, because I feel like she knew that I didn't want to hear it probably. I don't know. I feel like she knew that she done Aubrey me to death. So yeah, she was kind of talking about him, but not a lot. Fast forward, we get back to her house. This is when the BS is about to happen. Shortly after we arrive, Devontae was there. Mind you, her and Devontae is into it and they not talking to each other. He is calling her and stuff, but she's been ignoring him because her focus is Aubrey right now. So she was like, bump him. Like, I don't know exactly what her mom was thinking, but basically bump Devontae. I really feel like Devontae pulled up for her, but he pretended like he was getting some green from her brother. So that's what happened. Devontae pull up, and he don't never pull up because one, he ain't have no car. So he had somebody drive him over there. And I can honestly count how many times he did that because he never did that. If I seen him over, and seeing him over there, it was like always weird. It was like, it was like seeing a frog in your house. Like, you ain't supposed to be here. Why is you in here? So yeah, he over there. I'm like, let me mosey back on upstairs because I know this finna be some trouble. So, and she down there. So they have that little back and forth, but it's nothing like too loud and too obvious because, you know, when couples trying to get into it in public, they try to keep it low key. They do that like passive aggressive type stuff. So that's what they was doing. So eventually she come upstairs to like avoid the conflict, and he come upstairs too. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. He don't say nothing to me because he was just, I don't know. It was like this weird thing. He thought I was messing with his girlfriend, his baby mama or whatever. I don't know. So yeah, they start getting into it. And he was like, and he can see that we was dressing. He was like, what you been doing? You see me calling you and da-da-da-da-da. And they get into it. I'm like, oh, what should I do? Should I step outside? Should I go downstairs? I don't know what to do. Like, go outside. There was really nowhere to go in the house besides downstairs. And I didn't want to go there because it was a whole bunch of dudes down there. And mind you, her kids is in this room too. Okay, never mind. He was like, yeah, I know you was out being a hoe. I know you was out doing this. Yeah, who that you messing with? Who that you messing with? Just guessing because he don't know about Aubrey at this point. So she was like, get out. I'm not trying to do this. Like, my kids are right here. You're not gonna disrespect me in front of my kids. Da-da-da-da. Just going in. So I step out the room because it gets real awkward. So they start getting into it. He's following her in the bathroom, doing this, just like trying to antagonize her. At this point, I had told her, like, I want to go home tonight. Like, I can go home tonight. I don't want to stay another night. I really didn't, because if I stayed another night, it's like, what's the point? Because you just gonna take me home in the morning. I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is around the time where I didn't have my car no more because Dre had totaled my car. So yeah, she finds me and she was like, you ready to go? And I'm like, yeah, because I'm thinking she about to take me home. So I'm packing my stuff up and I get my stuff, I get my bag, and I like put my bag at the bottom of the stairs, and I'm just like waiting mid stairs. And she was like, leave me alone, da-da-da, leave me alone, Devontae, go home, why are you here, blah, 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 stuff like that. So she was like, I'm finna go, so you can stay here, but I'm finna go. They just getting into it back and forth. So we all downstairs, and I'm waiting at the door. So at this point, we all outside. I'm waiting for her to just basically open the car door so I could put my stuff in the back seat and get in the car and go home. All right, that's what I'm thinking finna happen, right? So I get in the car. So I'm in the car. I put my stuff in the car. She unlocked the door, whatever. At this point, I don't know why she's still standing outside entertaining his mess, because they just face to face getting into it. So she finna walk away, right? She was like, all right, I'm finna go. I'm not doing this with you. Then all of a sudden, he snatched her purse, run to the car that dropped him off. And I guess he told them to haul ass, because they skirt down the street. Skirt off. So she was like, what is wrong with him? See, this is why I don't like him. I can't stand that bitch. Da 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 da. Going off. I'm like, girl, he just snatched your purse. And she was like, I need to go get my purse. What is wrong with him? I'm like, girl, where he going? So y'all, she hurried up trying to catch them because we don't know where he going. So basically, we having a high-speed chase on the regular, like, what is it? Oh, I can't think. On the streets, on the regular streets. I don't know. Why am I getting so excited? Y'all, remembering this is like bringing back them emotions, because I was like, oh my God, what is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Like, I could not believe this was happening. Yeah, we following them and the area is still looking familiar. So he going home. It looked like he going home. I'm trying to explain this without giving out specifics and like areas. So anyway, as we like creeping up on a neighborhood, something fly out the window. Y'all, something fly out the window. So she had to pull her car over and go get whatever he threw out the window. He threw her wallet out the window. Y'all, so we approaching the back entrance to his neighborhood, and obviously he going home. He pull up into his driveway, whatever, get out the car, run in the house. Get out the car, run to, we see you do this, sir. We see you get out the car with her purse and run in the house. We see you do this. So we literally right behind you. She pull up, get out the car immediately, almost didn't even put the car in park. That's how fast she was trying to get out of the car. A part of me said stay in the car. Another part of me said get out. So I went to the garage. I met myself in the middle. I don't know. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to think. I just knew that this was deterring me from going home. And I just really wanted to go home. Because honestly, I just wish this would have happened when I was at home, so I wouldn't have been a part of it. Oh yeah, Dre is in the garage because the garage was always up. So I'm like, yeah, what you doing here? Da da da. I'm like, I'm breaking down the story to him, and he was like, man, I don't know why you be over there. You need to just stay at home and da-da-da. I was like, I don't know why I be over there either, honestly. I don't, because it's always, literally always something. It ain't never a dull moment. Not in a good way either. So yeah, we hear them up in the house arguing, going back and forth. And all I hear is, bitch, give me my purse. And bitch, get your ass out of my house. What purse? I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't got no purse. We seen you running the house with the purse. If y'all could have seen this image, y'all, it's the image of him running. Y'all be trying to paint the picture for y'all. It's the image of him sagging pants, running in the house, like, cause you know how dudes run when they pants sagging and they also not trying to crease up their shoes. So he running in the house like that with the purse in his hand. It was funny though. It was funny, but that was not a moment to be laughing. So the mama is there. So eventually she was just like, Devontae, give her purse. Da-da-da. The mama had to get involved. So finally, after I don't even know how long, I promise you 30 minutes, he finally give her the purse back. And we leave after cussing her out, calling her every name in the book. I'm trying to keep my channel PG, so I ain't even gonna repeat the names, but just think of every foul thing you could say to a person. When I see her walking out, I'm telling Dre bye, give him a hug and a kiss and whatever, and I get back in the car. I just wanted to go home. At that point, if I knew the rest of this night was about to go how it went, I would have told Dre to take me home. I would have asked him, cause he ain't have no car either, no more, but he could have took his mama car. Y'all, we was young and just running through cars. It was ridiculous. We driving. She is like on the verge of crying at this point. If she wasn't, I don't remember. But I just know she like kind of frantic and just her mind is everywhere. So she driving, right? And I noticed like from Dre house, there's a certain way that you go and it's a straight shot to my house. She didn't go that way. So I'm like, where is she going? It looks like she going back the way to her house, but not really. Y'all already know. I seen the Target and I was like, bruh, no. Where are you going? Where are you going? Why are you going this way? Oh shit, I said his name. She was like, I just want to see Aubry right quick. I was like, no, dum, no, take me home first, please take me home first. She was like, it'll be right quick. I was like, no, I do not want to go. Can you please take me home first? I gotta be at home at a certain time, or my aunt is not opening the door, which was true, because as y'all might know, some of y'all might know, I don't know, everybody don't watch all my story times, but I mentioned I grew up in a strict household, and she was like, if you're not home by this time, I'm closing the door, I'm locking it up, shutting down the house, and you gonna stay where you at. So I was like, well, let me get on home before that time. That time was approaching. I think I had maybe an hour left. And I'm like, dum, please take me home. She was like, it's just gonna be 10 minutes tops. Mind you, she's still driving. She ain't bust no U-turn or nothing. I'm trying to convince her all the way until we get to his house. We actually here now. So she was like, but we already here now. And I'm like, please just turn around. Please, you just take me home? You can come right back over here. She was like, but we already here now. I promise you. I'm just going to call him and see. Call him off your phone. I'm like, no. My convincing, my begging, y'all, I promise you, I was on the verge of being frantic because I did not want to go through none of that crap that I went through the first time. So this time she actually go inside the gate and find somewhere to park close to his house, but not too close. Like this time she actually parked where if he was to like come outside or something, he wouldn't be able to see her car. Now, I'm going to have to go ahead and leave the story there because this story, I got a two-part, y'all. To get in every detail, I have to. This story going to be way too long if I try to make it one part, and y'all already know how my stories do me dirty. But I got new things coming in 2022, okay? If y'all know any good editing apps, because I got a camera, so more storage. Hey, if y'all know a good editing app for a Dell computer, I'm gonna have to probably just get a MacBook Pro, which I'm not looking forward to. But if y'all know some good editing apps, please drop it down in the comments so I can bring y'all continuous content. Okay, longer stories, better quality. That's all 2022. I'm gonna have to leave y'all here. I really do hate doing part twos. I'm so sorry, y'all, because y'all be coming for my neck. And I hate part twos myself because I hate waiting, but I promise you, the part two, no, that's the, oh Lord, that's the real tea. Anyway, before I decided to do this story, I wanted to see if I still had the video from Snapchat of it. And I'm gonna include the video from Snapchat in part two. I got the video. And then on top of that, I'm gonna put extra tea on the membership because I remembered this situation so perfectly. But then to actually look back and see the videos that I have about it, I was like, bruh, I'm not even dragging it. That's the crazy thing. People get on here really dragging stuff, but I'm not. This situation was just crazy. I will be uploading other videos though while y'all wait for the part two. So tune into them too, okay? Let's support the channel as a whole, all right? Okay. Anyway, y'all, if you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and hit that subscribe button, all right? And I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. Bye. Oh, wait. If you want to join the membership, the link is in the description, all right? Extra tea, extra content, extra. Read all about it, all right? Bye. Damn, I forgot what I was saying. So, ooh, why did I just get so loud? Bust my own eardrum. Grab your snacks, sit back, relax, and tune in for this tea. I said that backwards. Anybody want to gently use, daughter? Just gently use. I was just kidding, I love you.
That's not how I sound.
That's literally how you sound. I love you too, mama. Ooh, it got dark in here. So yeah, this is the, y'all, I'm so sorry. The breakdown. How he was looking and da-da-da-da. I feel like I will word it 5 different ways and confuse somebody. Let me stop. Just thinking like you know how he is, and when you do something, he do not let you live it down at all. And it don't seem like you going nowhere. So do you really want to put yourself through that? I'm gonna have to leave certain things out. So if it don't make sense, just know like, how can I help you?
Is it okay if I did it?
I feed you, girl. I've been trying to fatten her up since the day she was born. Sir. I guess she was like trying to kick the jitter's job. Yeah, turns out I was the one not being able to function. I said his name. Stuff that she would say like, oh, I really want to see. Oh shit, I said his name. Oof, it was a time. I don't know. So I'm like, okay. Oh, not trickeration. Quiet as it's kept. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what the fuck, but whatever. I might cut that shit out. That don't make no damn sense. So yeah, can they hush their dog and come to realizations? It was weird. It was honestly, cause that's not what the girl. You really delusional. Then it was like when he was trying to like degrade her and stuff, he would always bring up the fact that she had a baby so young. You a thought you had a baby at 14 and da or 13 da. Why the fuck do I look so bright? My lighting be so trash. I don't know what the fuck. Cause I just be looking not black. Y'all, espresso shots hit like liquor. That shit really bitter like shit. I have 3 Starbucks cups just like this in the fridge. 2 from Christmas. Like it's the Christmas cups. Why? All right, I'm done.